Yes, I did actually say it. The title didn't fool you. EdTech is a career that is recession and pandemic proof. Let's get right into it and I'll explain why. Hi, I'm Jacqueline, the founder of JSTOF Consulting, the Teacher's Career Pivot Specialist. I was a second-year teacher who transitioned out of the school system during the height of the COVID pandemic. I've interviewed with CEOs and vice presidents. I landed my dream job within the private industry, plus was promoted in less than 5 months. Here are the trends I am seeing as of 2022 and what could be happening into 2028 and beyond. Starting in 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw how companies which relied on in-person service delivery and contact struggled to adapt to the restrictions imposed by the pandemic. This meant that more and more companies needed to create and or improve ways to reach their customers and clients without having to compromise safety. In other words, they needed a digital presence to survive. Now that things are returning to, if not normal, then a more relaxed approach to social distancing, some companies are discovering the advantages to the digital infrastructure they have created. Any company which doesn't either employ or contract with these EdTech professionals will be left behind by its more agile competitors. If you want to recession-proof your career, invest in learning the skills that will be in demand now, next year, and over the decades. Here are many ways to engage in the EdTech world. You don't have to have a full-time W-2 job. When companies were laying employees off during the recession of 2008-2009, companies hired contractors instead because it was less of a liability. Those contractors needed to be trained, so those instructional designers, professional learning facilitators, and other professionals in EdTech were still needed. They just hired long-term contractors instead of W-2 employees. Here are some things to think about with EdTech and its applicability as of 2022. Healthcare service delivery is and will increasingly transition to electronic medical records and telemedicine, which will require the whole suite of EdTech professionals to design, curriculum, create, and facilitate, maintain the operations and the platforms that they are on. Education service delivery will need to up its game in terms of digital delivery of educational offerings to students at all levels from primary to post-secondary. Banks and insurance companies have already begun the transition to a digital model of client service. As they continue to make more and more services available digitally, they will need to keep those skilled EdTech professionals with the know-how to keep their services functional, to train their employees to keep on the cutting edge. So there you have it. No matter the current economic challenges, it makes sense to invest in EdTech. Jobs in EdTech will continue to grow, and every educator needs to have an EdTech presence. Notice how I didn't say social media presence or risk being outpaced. Recession-proof industries are also future-proof industries, simply meaning EdTech skills will stand the test of time. Learning and how to facilitate that learning will stand the test of time. Having an intimate knowledge of how these jobs affect you or how you would apply them in some new opportunity is the way to make sure you stay employed and happy in your career. Can you really afford not to? I know things are a bit uncertain right now, which is why it's even more important to make sure you are positioned in a career field that is doing well. Finding your fit, targeting your teacher skills to discover your career options will set you up for success long-term and in the future. With that being said, make the most of your day. Follow me on Facebook at JStoffer Consulting. Goodbye.